Good morning. Happy New Year. 2021. Oh, we did it. People are like, we did it. It's going to be so different the next day. Anyway, I was talking to a friend this morning about resolutions. And every year, you might have noticed this, but every year I do like a recap of the things that I did that year, which just helps me in general so that I can know what I did in 2015 and 2016 because, I'm a stoner. I can't remember everything. So I tend to do a recap instead of a resolution. I think that resolutions are super powerful. I think that anytime you write down and set your intention, it brings it to the forefront of your mind for I don't know if it's for the next whole year, because we tend to be more aware of things maybe for the next 2 weeks. But if you keep it active in your head, in your brain, a resolution. But I tend to just say yes. I don't really have, my only resolution is pursuit of happiness every year. Pursuit of happiness, pursuit of joy. Because I find that if you set certain too detailed, resolutions, it can kind of stop you from saying yes to certain opportunities. For instance, if, let's say, I want to be a BMX, I want to make a BMX film next year. Such a bad example because I'm really bad on BMX, but say I want to shoot a home video of me and the BMX film next year. Okay, and then the year comes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and someone contacts me and says, hey, I'm doing a theater musical. I would love for you to be in it. And I'm like, no, this has nothing to do with BMX. I am focused. You know what I mean? That I'll say no to certain opportunities if I'm too focused. So I don't really set resolutions, just be happy. And then at the end of the year, I write recaps. And it's actually really cool to see all the stuff I do just because I say yes. So if you've seen the movie Yes Man with Jim Carrey, love it, love it, love it. He says yes to every opportunity. Like Jim Carrey, he's like, oh, I can't say no, right? All dramatic. But it's actually really, really cool because if you don't say yes to certain things, like if you say no and you don't go to that, you don't open up, or I always speak in musician terms because I'm a musician. So if someone asked me to open their show, so it's Peaches, who I love. And if I said no, those are all the opportunities that I could have met, certain people, or I might have gotten some fans, none of that would have happened if I say no. So I think that just being open to opportunities, I think is the key word. Because if I asked you to dip your head in a pile of poop, I don't think you should say yes to everything, because that's not really an opportunity. You know what I mean? Yeah, so resolutions, intentions are super powerful. I think keep them vague. Some people are going to be super detailed. And you can be super detailed to help manifest. But just don't say no to something that doesn't align exactly within those details. Because you never know. You never know. You might start doing that musical theater. And guess what? The director does BMX videos. Literally, that's how the world works. If you manifest it and just move with pure intentions. So yeah, those are my resolutions every year. Pursuit of happiness. And I suggest writing a recap. It's easier for me than writing an entire journal every day, even though that's awesome. I do that when I'm on tour, and it is really, really cool because you remember names of places you wouldn't. Anyway, I'm rambling. I love y'all. Kismetmusic.com